Hello, Americans. Ever wondered who the richest person in your state is? Well, I have, and made a comprehensive list just in case you ever wanted to know. So, without further ado, here are the richest people in each and every state in the United States, in alphabetical order. Alabama. Jimmy Rain, worth $950 million, founder and CEO of Great Southern Wood Preserving, which makes decks, fences, and other treated lumber products. Big lumber guy. Alaska. Leonard Hyde, Jonathan Rubini, and family's real estate juggernauts in the most northern state. Each of them are worth $310 million. Arizona. Mark Schoen is worth $3 billion and is an American billionaire businessman, vice president of the moving equipment and storage rental company U-Haul, founded by his father. He's also the largest shareholder in its parent's company, Amerco. Arkansas. Jim Walton is worth $40.3 billion, one of the richest in the world and one of the owners of his family's company that you might have heard of, Walmart. California. Mark Zuckerberg, $74 billion. Facebook. Yep, it checks out. Colorado. Philip Schwartz is worth $12.7 billion. He's a billionaire entrepreneur who owns or controls many companies in a variety of businesses, including energy, railroads, real estate, sports, newspapers, movies, theaters, arenas, and music. Connecticut. Ray Dalio, hedge funds guy, $17.4 billion. Dalio is the founder of investment firm Bridgewater Associates, one of the world's largest hedge funds. Delaware. Robert Gore and Elizabeth Snyder, Gore-Tex, $750 million each. This company invents lightweight, waterproof fabric used in medical equipment, computer cables, and even the outside of spacesuits. Florida. Thomas Peterfi, discount brokerage, $25.7 billion. Thomas is a Hungarian-born American billionaire businessman. He is the founder, chairman, CEO, and the largest shareholder of Interactive Brokers. Georgia. Jim Kennedy is worth $9 billion. James Cox Kennedy is an American media executive and the current chair of Cox Enterprises, the media conglomerate founded by his grandfather. Hawaii. Pierre Omidyar, creator of eBay. He's worth $10.6 billion. Idaho. Frank Vandersloot is worth $3.4 billion. He's an American entrepreneur, radio network owner, rancher, and political campaign financer, and has an amazing last name. He is the founder and CEO of Malialka Incorporated. Illinois. Ken Griffin, another hedge funds guy, $9 billion American investor, hedge fund manager, and philanthropist. He is the founder and chief executive of the global investment firm Citadel. Indiana. Carl Cook, medical devices, $8.2 billion. American businessman. He is the CEO of the Cook Group, a medical device company that was co-founded by his parents. This guy saves lives. Iowa. Harry Stein, agriculture, $3.2 billion. American billionaire businessman, the founder and owner of Stein Seed. Stein owns several strains of corn and soybean genetics. Kansas. Charles Koch, Koch Industries, $51.5 billion. The 8th richest person in the world. Koch Industries does everything you can think of. Kentucky. B. Wayne Hughes is worth $2.7 billion. American billionaire businessman, the founder and chairman of Public Storage, the largest self-storage company in the United States. Louisiana. Gail Benson is worth $2.7 billion. She became an American billionaire businesswoman, philanthropist, and sports franchise owner after the death of her husband. That sports franchise is the New Orleans Saints. Maine. Susan Alfond is worth $1.6 billion, and her 3 siblings inherited a fortune created by their father, who started Dexter Shoe Company. Maryland. Ted Lerner and family are a real estate family worth $5.1 billion. Ted is the managing principal owner of the Washington Nationals baseball team. Massachusetts. Abigail Johnson, money management, $16.9 billion, president and chief executive officer of U.S. investment firm Fidelity Investments. Michigan. Daniel Gilbert is worth $6.3 billion and founded Quicken Loans, but he is better known for his ownership of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Minnesota. Another NBA owner, Glenn Taylor, $2.8 billionaire businessman, who is the majority owner of the Minnesota Timberwolves NBA basketball team. Mississippi. James and Thomas Duff, $1.2 billion. Each brother James and Thomas Duff founded and co-owned Duff Capital Investors, a holding company with a total revenue of more than $2.6 billion. They inherited commercial tire dealer Southern Tire Ma. Missouri, Pauline McMillan Kenneth, $7.2 billion. She's great-granddaughter of William W. Cargill, the founder of Cargill, the largest private company in the United States. Montana, Dennis Washington, construction and mining, $5.9 billion. He parlayed an early love of machinery into a diversified business group called Washington Companies. Nebraska, Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway, and soon to be the richest man on the planet. Best investor of all time. No cap, as the kinds would say. Nevada, Sheldon Adelson. Nevada, Sheldon Adelson, $42.8 billion. Not surprisingly, the Nevada gentleman got his wealth from casinos. New Hampshire, Andrea Ramon Ciardelli, consumer goods, $1.1 billion. In 2003, she sold her 11.1% stake in JAB Holding Company that she inherited from her father for nearly $1 billion. New Jersey, John Overdeck, another hedge fund expert, $5.5 billion. Real savvy with his hedge funds, what can you say? New Mexico, Max C. Chase, $700 million. Oil and natural gas tycoon, not even a billionaire. Embarrassing. What is the oil and gas market not a big enough industry, Mark? Give me a break. New York, David Koch, Koch Industries, $51.5 billion. The brother of Charles and tied with him for the 8th richest person walking God's green earth. North Carolina, James Goodnight, $9.9 billion. He has been the CEO of SAS Institute since 1976, a software company which he co-founded that year with other faculty members of North Carolina State University. North Dakota, Gary Tharaldson, hotels, $900 million. Another non-billionaire, but a big hotel guy. We like Gary. He's a classic rags to riches story. Ohio, Les Wexner and Family Retail, $5.4 billion. They own a global retail empire that includes Victoria's Secret and Bath & Body Works. Can't be mad at that. Oklahoma, Harold Ham and Family, oil and gas, $19.5 billion. The Hams made $20 billion with oil and gas. Looks like you need to pull your weight, Mark. Oregon, Phil Knight and family are worth $30.7 billion. Creator of the legendary sports brand, Nike. They just did it. Pennsylvania, Victoria Mars, $6 billion. She previously served as the chairman of Mars Incorporated. Wow, I could go for some M&Ms right about now. Rhode Island, Jonathan Nelson, private equity, $1.8 billion. He is the founder of Providence Equity Partners, a global private equity firm based in Providence, Rhode Island, which manages funds with $40.7 billion in commitment. South Carolina, Anita Zucker, chemicals, $2.5 billion. Intertech Group, a private family-owned chemicals manufacturer. South Dakota, T. Denny Sanford, banking and credit cards, $2.5 billion. Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of United National Corporation. Tennessee, Thomas Friss Jr. and family are worth $9.7 billion. These people also help save lives. Thanks, Friss family. Texas, Alice Walton, $40 billion. Another member of the Walmart family. Standard stuff. Utah, Gail Miller, owner of the Utah Jazz, and about 1 million car dealerships, is worth $1.4 billion. Vermont, John Abiel, healthcare, $630 million. Boston Scientific, a medical device company. He was awarded with the ASME Medal in 2010. This chap also saves lives. Virginia, Jacqueline Mars, $23.8 billion. Another owner of the candy and pet food mega company. Still wanting those M&Ms. Washington, Jeff Bezos, Amazon, $140 billion-ish. In before the divorce papers come in. What a pity. But for now, richest man in the world and certainly Washington State. West Virginia, Jim Justice II, coal, $1.9 billion. Coal mining and agriculture businessman and politician serving the 36th and current governor of West Virginia since 2017. Wisconsin, John Menard Jr. is worth $10.5 billion. Founder and owner of Menards, a Midwestern chain of home improvement stores. He is also a former IndyCar racing team owner. Wyoming, John Mars, candy and pet food, 23.8 billion. More from the Candy family. Good for them. 50 states later, and there you have it. If you stuck through the whole video, you're either a huge fan of the channel or you're from Wyoming. In any case, I thank you very much, and I for one hope that one day you yourself become the richest person in that beautiful state.